fight from within. You're about to go behind enemy lines.
Roger, 3-2. Goliath copies all. Go ahead. Target is surrounded by multiple firms entering what appears to be a residential area. Requesting permission to engage.
From the People's Republic of New York City, you're now going behind enemy lines with Gene Baradelli and Russ Gallo. And you are now behind enemy lines. Hey there, how you doing, America? Gene Baradelli here with you. Russ Gallo in the house. What's going on, bro? Oh, you okay? You okay? Do I gotta get the guy? I gotta get the guy. Hold on. Where's the guy?
I got the Hillary.
You're right? Oh, man. It's catching, isn't it?
I'm all right.
You're okay? You need some water?
I'm
ready to go?
right.
At least you got here on time this week. That's okay. Listen, folks, we got a great show. Check us out at www.behindenemylinesradio.us. You want to find out more about the show, but tonight we got a good one. I know I say that every week, Russ. But
you do. I was actually curious, like, how do you know?
We're actually delivering this week. Because, good friend of the show, the guy who put Russ and Gene on the map, at least such as we are,
the guy.
David Keene, former president of the NRA, former executive director of the American Conservative Union, currently the opinion editor of the Washington Times, coming on to talk about his new book, Shall Not Be Infringed. It was a great interview. Wish you were here for it. Another one that I guess I aced you out of. I do them during the week now. I mean, because, with the new law firm, I get to make my schedule a little bit, and I can do that.
If I remember correctly, didn't we give this guy Keene the behind enemy lines bump and got him onto the O'Reilly Factor that one time?
Yes, actually back then it was the Brooklyn GOP radio bump, and it was O'Reilly, and it was CBS This Morning. Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, seriously. He put us on the map and got us to where we're going. And we're going to be talking a bunch of different topics. One of them you alluded to with your spitting all over the microphone. Thank you for that, by the way.
I always clean up.
Yeah, you clean up after yourself well. At least we got that out of you. All right, so Hillary, we're now analyzing her coughing.
Shh, you're not allowed to ask that, Gene. Don't ask.
I'm not allowed to ask what? I didn't ask anything yet.
Oh, all right. You're alluding to her health, and we're not supposed to do that.
Why aren't we supposed to do that, by the way?
No, we're not supposed. That's it.
But why not?
No, you're not supposed to know.
But I need to know.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
It's supposed to be a surprise?
You'll find out. That's
so we're on a need-to-know basis, and right now we don't need to know.
That's it.
But I gotta know, Russ.
She deleted her medical records. They were in the emails. They're gone.
Right. Oh, jeez.
Gone.
And, of course, the FBI is going to give her a pass on that one, too, right?
By the way, did I ever make my prediction on air? I know I did it on Twitter and on some private emails.
Are we going back on record? You going to go on record with something?
I think I might have said this last week.
I think you might have, but don't
the
say it again.
emails were erased for a reason. And, I keep on wrestling this in my head. I mean, besides the obvious reason of them extorting money from people and, through the Clinton Foundation money laundering scheme, I really do believe that Hillary has inappropriate emails in there regarding inappropriate relationships with people.
You did mention this last week. I need to know where you're getting this from, pal.
It's my spider sense is tingling. It's either Yuma.
Your spider sense is your spider sense. We're going on spider sense with this one.
It's a gut instinct. It's either Uma or...
This is how rumors start,
That black guy that they're asking who he is on Drudge. One of those people, she has some bad emails in that batch that she's embarrassed
Well, let's talk about the guy on Drudge for a second.
Or health issues. It could be any of the above. But how are we going to elect someone, Gene? How are the Democrats going to elect someone with those questions that are being raised? What could be in those deleted emails? I don't know. Fill in the blank. I wish I was debating her. I wish. Because Donald Trump could just open up. I would just make up, in my opening remarks, my first few minutes in the debate, I would make up the most outrageous scenario of what was probably in those emails. And then I'd say, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that that's not what's in there. You can't, because you deleted them all.
Well, okay then. Listen, I don't know. I'm not willing to speculate on what may or may not be in those emails.
Okay,
it
Bernie.
could be anybody.
I mean, Baradelli.
Wow. Really? You
Did
going
you have
there?
enough of those damn emails, too? Is
You
that
going
what you're
there?
about to say?
No, I didn't say I have enough of them. I'm saying I'm not willing to speculate. It could be anything in there. It could be the missing seconds of Nixon tapes. It could be who really shot JFK. I don't know.
Well,
I
that's
just know
what I'm
that it's
saying.
wrong.
Trump should open up with that in the debate. Make up some outrageous thing. And then just let her defend it. What else is in there? Your yoga? I'd be like, Hillary, you don't strike me as a person who does much yoga. Sorry.
So you want Trump to go to the absurd? Take it to the nth degree?
You illustrate absurdity by being absurd. Tried and true method.
Okay, I mean, listen, I not what I would do. I might want to stick to some facts. I think it would be a nice change of tact to see some facts, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, he went the fact route.
Wait a minute.
Well.
I see what you're doing now. You're diverting me away from my original question.
I'm sorry.
How is Hillary's health?
It's in the emails.
know,
I go back to it. Maybe it's in the emails.
You're diverting me. That's what
Why doesn't he open up with that? I'd be like, look, here's my medical records. I just had them emailed over to me. That's how I would open up. I just had my email records emailed over. I had my medical records emailed over to me, and here they are. Hillary, where are yours?
Oh boy, it's gonna be that kind of show. I'm keep getting diverted. You see what he's doing, folks? He's diverting me around, taking me where he wants to take me, not taking me where I want to go. It's a great debate tactic, by the way.
I mean, Trump is up 2 points in the latest CNN poll. I don't understand how
I don't
he's not
believe any
blowing him out
polls
at this
anymore.
point.
I don't believe any polls anymore. You know why? Because I truly believe, as Carrie Ann Conway, one of the new upper echelon Trump advisors, said, there are many people out there that are not willing to publicly identify themselves as Trump supporters. I don't believe any poll. And I'm not going to believe any poll until I see the ultimate poll, which is the vote tally.
I don't even know if I believe that poll.
Whoa, I mean, we can get into that. We did get into that last week a little bit.
Every week. I mean, I don't know if I believe that. That's probably the least reliable poll.
So, listen, folks, we got a chat room going during our live shows Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker. If you listen to us on replay or podcast or however you listen to us. In the chat room, we have our resident rhino, Amanda Kohut, saying, remember I said about her health back in 2013, 2014? No, I don't. I don't believe you.
I don't. And even if you did, big...
Just kidding, Amanda. I remember that, actually.
Great prediction. An old lady is ill. Oh, yay!
Oh, come on, man. Give credit where it's due. I do remember Amanda saying that.
All right.
Credit where it's due.
She did.
Amanda, I'm in your corner. Don't worry.
Remember what I said about 5 years ago that George Washington died?
Wow.
Big shock.
Yeah. Way to go out on a limb on that one. but in all seriousness, there's the story currently up on Drudge as we're broadcasting this show that maybe people saw this week, is the picture of who is this man? And they're talking about a tall black gentleman.
Why does he have to be black, Gene?
Because he is, Russ. I'm not going to say he's not.
But if he was a tall white man, would you have said he was a tall white man, or would you just say he was a tall man?
I would have said tall white guy, absolutely. I would have said whatever he was to identify him so people understand who I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the Gateway Pundit. Great blog. I check it out every now and then. But it's at the top of Drudge right now asking, who is this guy that shows up every time something questionable, quote-unquote, happens with Hillary medically? When she got supposedly stuck on stage and this guy goes on stage and starts patting her on the back and telling her that she's okay. Now shows up when she has her little coffin jag and is Johnny on the spot then too. Who is he and what's the deal there, Russ? And why hasn't the Clinton campaign even answered that? If she was sick, what's the big deal about saying, you know what, she's under the weather this week. She had 101 fever. She's feeling nasally. It's a change. I mean, whatever.
Don't you love when Behind Enemy Lines Radio turns into InfoWars right before your very eyes?
Whoa, wait a minute.
Alex Bernelli, what's going on?
Are you kidding me right now? I think these are reasonable questions. By the way, Hillary, please don't kill me. Listen. I think these are reasonable questions. He's obviously on staff, either Secret Service or paid staff or otherwise, and he shows up every now and again at questionable moments. I'm not saying there is a conspiracy there. I just like to know who he is. Booker. No, it's not Cory Booker. I know what Cory Booker looks like. You're trying to say that every black guy who's a Democrat looks alike now, Russ? No. Are you a racist now? What are you doing?
Is he a senator now in Jersey?
He's a U.S. Senator of New Jersey,
yes. Went to a burning house and saved a bunch of people on his way to work one day.
Cory Booker, I don't know the guy, but he seems like a nice guy. Whatever, I don't like his politics, but hey, listen, any guy who's willing to meet with Ted Cruz and actually sponsor legislation together with him, Seems to be a free thinker.
I don't see it that way. If you're a Democrat, you're dead to me. I don't even want to hear it.
Whatever. Comment in the chat room. Hillary's got a tighter spy game than Preet Bharara.
No, but you missed even a funnier one. The Life Alert.
Oh, no. There is someone did the link I'm following and I can't get up in the chat room. See, I love the snark of our fans. Good job. Same person on both of that. Wow. Amanda's on fire tonight. Good job, Amanda.
I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm with Hillary.
Is that the new campaign slogan?
I don't know. Is it?
Listen, I mean, I'm not saying that a cough is... when is a cough not a cough? When a cough comes from a presidential candidate, I guess.
Or when you cough every single time you have to speak to somebody. When was the last time she held a real press conference, Gene? Can we start that? Why don't we get that ticker going on our website?
So let's just say... We might get that ticker, but...
That's a good ticker to have.
Hillary had a semi-press conference, quote-unquote, as I'm doing the air quotes to Russell, about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago with the Hispanic and minority journalists gathering where she actually answered questions and then the journalists in the crowd started applauding.
Yes.
I wouldn't call that a press conference so much as a rally.
That was not
But she was answering questions from journalists. So in the strictest sense... That might be considered a press conference. I don't buy it, but I'm just saying.
Over 270 days now.
It's a while.
It's kind of insane.
I think the last time a New York politician was indicted is probably just as long as when Hillary Clinton gave her last press conference. But okay, Mr. Tinfoil Hat, what's the deal with not giving press conferences? Is that connected to this guy and her possible medical conditions and this coughing? Is it all interlinked? Do you have a bulletin board with some yarn going across it on all this?
No, I think it's pretty simple. I mean... Hillary Clinton is like one of the... You know the kind of person she is. She's one of those people that the more you get to hear from her and the more you know about her, the more you will dislike her.
Why is this so important, though? Why is it so important for Hillary to...
answer questions from a free press?
No, forget about that. Why is the health question so important and why is it being avoided right now? I mean, listen, we've had presidents who, while sitting, had to go in for procedures and things like that, and we've had... transfer of power and all of that. Is this a legitimate question that voters should be asking? Or is it tinfoil hat stuff? I almost said a bad word.
8 years ago, Hillary ran a commercial that says, when that phone rings at 2 a.m., who do you want answering that phone?
It's going to be her doctor, apparently.
The way it looks, it'll be her with a heating pad on her head. And,
might be her hospice nurse?
Yeah, I mean, so who's going to answer that phone? And who the hell is this guy, Tim Keene? I mean, have you ever heard the man speak? Honestly.
I haven't heard him speak in a while. Okay. Let's put it that way.
So if you have an top of the ticket,
but I'm
and
politically
she
connected.
dies,
you know, I got contacts in politics. I know Tim Kaine, but the average American doesn't.
Nobody knows who the man is. No one.
Outside of his home state. 49 states. 49 out of 50 don't know who he is.
You don't know what he stands for. You don't know what he wants. You don't even know what Hillary stands for. She don't even know what she stands for. She dies in office. You get this guy Kaine. Nobody knows who he is. So yes, it's a legitimate question.
I
is
think
she all right?
Well, but you know what? At the same time, man, not to put the tinfoil hat on, but it feels like we are. Is this guy significant that
I'm a
when he
size
shows
7
up?
1/4. Get me my tinfoil
All right,
hat,
I'm 7 3/4. I'm with you. My head's bigger than your head. So yeah, I mean, the guy showing up. Apparently, Gateway Pundit thinks this is a big deal. And by the way, the comment about what happens when the phone rings at 3 a.m., the machine picks up and says, I'm falling and I can't get up. Yeah, we got to get that clip for next week's show.
We definitely got to get that clip because it's a legitimate question, Gene. I know you're I'm hoping you're being facetious here.
I'm being a little facetious. But at the same time, we're analyzing CNN wrote an entire article on their website about, quote-unquote, a bipartisan guide to coughing.
Don't you think if Donald Trump started coughing every single time he spoke, that they would bring up his health, especially if we wouldn't release his medical records? Don't you think that would be a question that would be asked?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, coughing could be a heart condition. It could be a lung condition. It could be a seizure disorder. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. What I do know is not lupus, because that's what House always said. It's never lupus. But at the same time, I mean, we don't know, and I think that's the big thing. Why don't... And I'm going to go back to the question again. Why not just address it, deal with it, and move on?
That's not the Clinton style. She'll just say, I'm not sick. And then the media will buy that, and then they will move on.
And that's probably the key. This is the Clinton playbook. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Shuck and jive. Wait for them to be an official investigation,